Congratulations.
Thank you.
How are
Thank
you
you.
feeling?
Uh, I feel good. I got the win. It feels good to win after 2 years of losing. I'll tell you, man. I don't know. There was times where I didn't even think I'd come here, man. I thought I was gonna quit. Um, I put everything into this, guys. I've given my whole life to this, and sorry. Um, it's just taken a lot from me. It's given a lot, but it's taken more. So um, to win tonight meant a lot because I didn't know if I came out on the other side if I'd continue to keep going. So uh, I'm very very happy that I got to win today.
How did it feel to actually be in the cage after um, Bugs had called you out a few times?
You know, Boogs is an entertainer, man. Like I don't really take anything he says to heart. You know what I mean? I don't think he really even means it all the way. I think he's just an entertainer. And much like other people, sometimes people just kind of do that to hype themselves up to get into the fight, and that's okay. When I got in there, it felt like home. You know, I felt good. I didn't feel nervous. My legs didn't feel heavy. It just felt really good to be just home and surrounded by people that support me instead of boo me. So it felt really good. I'm really happy to be back.
How was your mindset? Because I know it's been like a roller coaster of emotions these past couple months.
Um, man, for the longest time in my career, um, I I like made my self worth be like dependent on me being successful at this, and I never really felt like I belonged to anything or anywhere. And for the first time in my life, I'm 30 years old. I'm surrounded by all of the love and acceptance that, pardon me, all the love and acceptance that I can possibly fathom, and that means more to me than anything this has ever given me. So it just felt good to know that win, lose, or draw, I'm going to go home and people are going to care about me. And I don't know how many other people feel that way, but it feels good, man. It feels finally good to know that I'm not just some fighter. That's all I am. So it felt really good.
Jay, I
Yeah.
always appreciate, you supporting, all these types of things like mental health stuff. And did tonight give you a bit of ease when you went into the cage and kind of just did what you wanted to do?
I didn't do everything I wanted to do. I did want to box a little bit more, but um, I gotta be better about my range and stuff like that. But the whole mental health thing and it's something that, you know what, dude, if it wasn't somebody else, if it wasn't six of my friends, it probably would have been me. And every time that I go to a gravesite, I know that there's very little difference between me and this person, other than that I can breathe and they can't. And I've been there, man. I've stood down the long end of a noose, and I've thought about it my whole life, and so it just means a lot that I am here for a reason. So if I can help anybody, and if I offend people I don't mean to. So if I've offended anybody with my words, I promise all I'm trying to do is help, because I've buried all my friends are dead, man. It's like, so if I can help you guys in any way, I promise I will. You could be a stranger. You could be somebody like in Alaska or on the other side of the world. If you call me and you need me, I'll answer the phone. Just because I know that everybody needs somebody sometimes. So if you need me, it doesn't matter if you like me. It could be my good friend Joe Penafiel. He could call me from Florida and say, "Hey, man, I really need you to help me," and I would sit there in the dark with him until we could find a way for him to get out. So if anybody hears this, sees it, um, if we're not friends, if we are, if you need somebody to sit in the dark with you for a little while, I know what it's like to be there. So I have no problem doing that.
And what do we expect from you, like after the fight? What do you want to do? Well, actually, you're having a daughter, so
I'm
what
having a
are you looking
baby. So as much as I would like a quick turnaround, I need a little bit of time to get my weight down, because this was 45. I did try and like bulk myself up a little bit so that I wasn't, because Boogs is bigger than me. So I tried to gain a little muscle, and I'm gonna take some time. I've taken, my wife, my girlfriend has been so gracious about, me spending so much time away from home and getting ready for the baby to come, for me to do this, because she knew I needed it for my soul. Um, that it's time that I be a dad. You know what I mean? For a little bit. I'm not done. You know what I mean? I'm not retiring or anything like that, but I am vastly underprepared for to bring a life into the world. And I didn't have a great relationship with my dad growing up, and I know that's something that I always regretted, and I still do to this day. even if it's different. So I'd really just like to be there for my daughter, and I don't want to miss a moment of her life or anything that I should be there for. So I'm going to take maybe the rest of the year off, get my stuff together. Maybe you'll see me back in March or something like that, just so I can have my baby and not worry about cutting weight and all the money that goes into camp and traveling and all that. I just want to be a dad for a little bit and love my daughter and my family and I'll be back. I promise I'll be back. And anybody can say whatever they want, but if you're really going to get on my ass for wanting to be a good dad, then you can go fuck yourself, dude. That's how I feel.
Pretty much. Feel
Yep.
the same way. I'm a dad too.
Yep.
Congratulations. man.
Thank you, man. I thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Is that expect to surprise you at all?
That motherfucker would not let me have his neck. I thought I'd had it, but he had dug that thing into my wrist so hard, and I was really trying to squeeze. There were a couple of those chokes that I had that I was on his chin, and he just wouldn't. He was doing a really good job of fighting hands, and his leg kicks hurt more than I thought. For the most part, he wasn't as strong as I thought he would be. I thought he would be able to kind of muscle me around, especially in the clinch a little bit more. I was able to turn him around easier than I thought. But overall, it kind of went. I thought he was going to stay rangy, use his kicks like he did in the second round. Like I said, I wish I had stayed in the pocket a little bit more. I didn't kind of I threw and kind of collapsed on top of it, and then we kind of clashed in together. It turned into a takedown, and then it turned into what it was. But other than that, no, I didn't want to stay at his kick range. As you could tell, my leg hurts because he kicked me like 3 times, and I'm like, well, that shouldn't happen again. And so other than that, it wasn't a surprise. We were very, very well prepared for this fight.
You mentioned your daughter being born in December. Any names yet?
Isabel Misela Cabral Perrin is her name. So Isabel Misela, after the 3 great men in my life that were named Michael, that I attribute to any kind of morality that I have or any kind of being a good person I have came from 3 people named Michael. So I have a daughter. I can't name her Mike, even though my brother's going to call her that. So Misela is like a Portuguese twist on Michael. So it's just it was just in honor of a lot of people that got me to where I am. So I'm very happy to meet her.
You mentioned that you want to take some time off to be a good dad.
Mm.
I see a lot of players, they focus so much on their fight career that all the other parts of their life, they lose all their relationships.
Yeah.
Why is it important to focus on other aspects of your life other than fighting?
Because, man, at the end of the day, dude, this doesn't last forever. You know what I mean? And you only get so much time, and you can't get it back. You really can't. And I lost a lot of time with a lot of good people in my life that if I could dig them up and have 5 more minutes, and I just don't want to be the guy that they wish they had 5 more minutes with. And maybe I won't be a rich person, and maybe I won't be a UFC world champion, but I know that everybody that is in my life will know that I love them. And I did everything I could to show that. So that means more to me than fame or money or any of that. So as I've gotten a little bit older, I just realized that people that are around me and people that love me matter more than me getting hit in my face for a bunch of strangers that, good job, Randy, for a bunch of strangers that boo and hiss and call me mean names. And for a long time, I really thought that I needed to impress those people. But in reality, I just want to go home to the people that love me, and all those people that boo and hiss can go do it somewhere else to somebody else.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Awesome. Jay, Katie, Oyeta Jean.
Olette Jean,
Oh,
Katie. Yeah, it's one of my old bosses.
She commented, "Love you.
Okay. I love you too, Katie.
So proud of you." Travis Soy commented, "Joker Gang for life."
Yeah.
And Katie also comments, "Mike is a good name."
Mike. For a girl, man, I mean, I'll call her Mike when she's not paying attention. But yeah, it's a great name. Thank you, Katie.
Any last words before we conclude?
Thank you to everybody, man. Like to my good friend Chris Curtis for traveling all the way from Las Vegas to make sure that he could see me through this. To Randy Costa, who has been my main training partner for weeks and weeks and weeks, and not only has helped me physically prepare, but like I said, it's been a long couple of years of me losing and kind of losing hope in myself. And Randy really helped me ground myself and do the mental work. And obviously to Joe Lozon, who has the best team in New England and accepted me even when I really didn't have anything to give other than my effort into their team. And I'm here to help, man. Whoever needs me, if you see me in the gym, I'm always the first person to try and help everybody. So anybody that needs me at Lozon's or anything, just ask. I'm there. I'll be the body. I'm eternally grateful to Cage Titans, to everybody that's been involved in this journey, and to my girlfriend, my daughter, and my stepdaughter, Adriana. I love you guys very, very much. And I can't wait to go home and have some fucking pizza and just be myself for a little while. So I'm just really, really happy to be alive and be surrounded by all of these wonderful people. And I couldn't be more grateful.
Awesome. Congratulations again.
Thank you guys. Thank you.